the big news through the day has been the escalation in tension between India and Canada. The diplomatic tensions between both the countries are on an escalation ladder. Today, in fact, the Ministry of External Affairs of India has claimed that Canadian diplomatic interference in our internal affairs is a factor, and in the name of parity, they have sought reduction of Canadian diplomats amid the current controversy. Now, the Indian government has taken a tough stance, and the MEA spokesperson said Canada's allegations against India are politically driven, as India and Canada's diplomatic ties are going through possibly the roughest patch in the last few years. Now, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau alleged that Indian involvement in killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar wanted in India for many years. The allegations led to outrage in India and a firm denial as well. Now, in a tit-for-tat action, both countries have expelled diplomats and issued advisory to their citizens against travel in each other's country. Now, earlier today, India's Visa Processing Centre in Canada suspended services. Arindam Bagchi, the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs of India, said that Canada shared no specific information regarding the allegations. He said, and I quote, "From our side, very specific evidence of criminal activities based on Canadian soil has been shared with the Canadian authorities on regular basis, but they have not acted upon this information," unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, India went on to say, the spokesperson went on to say that Canada is providing safe haven to anti-India, activities in their own country. This is the first time such strong language has been used. Remember, terror emanating from a foreign soil was always reserved for Pakistan or Canada, more or less being painted in the same bracket.
You are aware of the security threats being faced by our High Commission and consulates in Canada. This has disrupted their normal functioning. Accordingly, our High Commission and consulates are temporarily unable to process visa applications. We will be reviewing the situation on a regular basis. Yes, we have informed the Canadian government that there should be parity in strength and rank equivalence in our diplomatic presence, in mutual diplomatic presence. Their numbers here are very much higher than ours in Canada. The details of this are being worked out, but I assume there will be a reduction from the Canadian side. To us, it appears that these allegations by the Government of Canada are primarily politically driven. No, let me clarify. No specific information has been shared by Canada on this case, either then or before or after. We have, as we have said, or I think we've been made very clear, we are willing to look at any specific information. We have conveyed this to the Canadian side, made it clear to them that we are willing to look at any specific information that is provided to us. But so far, we have not received any such specific information. There was an indirect question on that. Let me also point out that from our side, very specific evidence about criminal activities by individuals based on Canadian soil has been shared with the Canadian authorities on a regular basis, but not been acted upon. The issue of safe havens and places to operate is being provided abroad, including in Canada, and that we would expect that is the main focus. The question is, do we have the political will to address terrorism, or we want to justify it and condone it? So I think that's what we would like to say.